Ladies and gentlemen, it is about to get unbelievably hot in two-thirds of the country. Wow. And over these next few days, it is going to be painfully oppressive. Now, today, I believe is like around 98 where I am. And also on Friday and 102 degrees on Saturday. So we are about to get roasted. It was horrible yesterday. And on top of that, we got a little bit of rain last night, which made the situation very humid. So, yeah, we're about to choke in two-thirds of the country. So this came out in the New York Times today, July 18th, 2019. Heat wave to hit two-thirds of the U.S. Here's what to expect. So they're saying that dangerously hot temperatures from Oklahoma to New England. I tell you, I'm not looking forward to this at all. I'm not looking forward to this. So, dangerously hot temperatures are expected to spread across the central and eastern United States on Wednesday, and Wednesday was a killer, through the weekend, with temperatures soaring above 100 degrees Fahrenheit. In the hardest hit places, the National Weather Service has warned. And even when the sun dips below the horizons, temperatures in many places are expected to remain in the 80s. And that's what happened. At 8 p.m., we were still at 89 degrees. And we were still in the upper 80s, even even at 9 and 10 o'clock. So it was pretty bad. Everyone living in the region stretching from northern Oklahoma and central Nebraska through Iowa, Missouri, and western Illinois should brace for a prolonged period of dangerously hot temperatures and humidity. The warning said people in central and south central Kansas should expect to endure highs of 102 degrees. The temperature in Des Moines is expected to hover around 100. Excessive heat warnings have also been posted farther east for parts of New Jersey, Delaware, and Pennsylvania. All told, at least 15 million people across the United States are currently being warned of dangerously high temperatures that could affect human health between Wednesday and Friday. By the weekend, what meteorologists are calling a heat dome in the middle part of the country is expected to spread into the Great Lakes and the East Coast. And that is exactly what it's doing. That's exactly what it's doing. The combination of heat and humidity can take its toll on someone who is outside and overdoing it, says Richard Ban, a meteorologist for the National Weather Service Weather Prediction Center. It can be life threatening. And ladies and gentlemen, in these kind of conditions, even people with fans, it is totally ineffective in this kind of weather. You know, if you don't have air conditioning, now, when I was, when I was in Europe, whenever the weather was soaring, those people would just go out and just get in water. And it does help. It does help because you're keeping your body temperature and everything, you're cooling yourself down. And I had friends when I was growing up that didn't have air conditioning, and they would just go and hang out at the mall all day until sometimes it went down into the evening, and then they would go home because everything would be cooler by then. But if you got to come up with an alternative, do what you got to do. But, you definitely want to watch children and elderly people. And of course, if you have pets, it's not real good to have pets roaming around in these kind of temperatures. And not to mention, there's always fatalities when these hot temperatures occur. You'll hear about people being found dead in their homes, especially old people, and sometimes children. So you definitely want to watch those kind of things. Last year, 108 people died from extreme heat compared to just 30 who died from cold, according to statistics on weather related fatalities released by the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. And then they're just telling you a lot of the things that we know. Drink plenty of fluids because you definitely don't want to become dehydrated in these conditions. Stay in air conditioned rooms, stay out of the sun, check on relatives and neighbors, especially the elderly. Those are all good advice. All right, so they're just sending out tweets, and they should, give people all the precautions they need. So far, Philadelphia is the only major city on the East Coast under an excessive heat warning. Meteorologists are predicting highs of 100 degrees, but New York, Washington, and Boston are expected to be uncomfortably hot, with temperatures soaring into the high 90s and above. Chicago can expect the same. Saturday, expected highs are 97 in Boston, 100 in Washington, 98 in New York. Chicago is expected to see 97 degrees on Friday, 94 on Saturday. Yeah. Gentry Trotter, the founder of Cool Down St. Louis, a nonprofit that provides utility assistance for low income family, donates air conditioners to people who are elderly or have disabilities, said that the organization has assisted in more than 1,900 emergency situations over the past 3 weeks and received 93% more requests this year than it did last year. Yeah, because the earth is just heating up every single year. It's not going to reverse. It has been brutal, he said. Yesterday, we went in a home of an 80-year-old lady, and the heat almost knocked us over. Yeah, well, I think it's going to be a very hot summer. Heat warnings have Iowa farmers worried about their corn after planting was delayed by a soggy spring and has not left the plants much time to root. Yeah, the heat is going to kill those plants. The heat's going to kill the plants. And this is July, and many of them just recently got their plants in the ground, so they're not going to have a fall harvest at all. Despite the scorching heat, Democratic candidates for president have continued to crisscross the state. Senator Amy Klobuchar of Minnesota marched 3 miles over the weekend in a sauna like heat. And earlier this week, Pete Buttigieg, the mayor of South Bend, Indiana, sweat through a forum on gun violence. Senator Elizabeth Warren, oh, I don't care what heat these people were in. So she is expected to attend the AARP forum in Sioux City. Yeah, well, her $5 Indian butt can do whatever she wants. But ordinary people are shuffling everything from church picnics to sporting activities. Yeah. Oh boy, I tell you, is this heat wave caused by climate change? Hot weather is nothing new, of course, especially in July, but climate change is making heat waves. Like one more, this is one more common. Yeah, this is going to be commonplace every year. I do agree with that. I believe that we're going to see these heat waves more often. And as the years roll by, they are going to get longer and longer. It's not going to be just 3, 4 days of heat and then it dissipates. I think it's a possibility that it's going to go on in some cases beyond a week as the earth continues to heat up. That's what I really believe is going to happen. I don't believe we're going to have short spurts of it. I think we're going to have longer periods of time of this intense heat in the future. But you can tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell. And I'll see you on the next video. I am not looking forward to today. I am not looking forward to today, y'all. But I got to go outside and put plenty of water on my garden. And that's what I'm going to do. Peace, family.